I'd like to have an energetic exchange with you, and I'm about to do a tarot reading, and if you resonate with it, let's have that energetic exchange. I'm going to explain more about the energetic exchange at the end of the video, of the post, but if you would like to have a tarot reading or experience a tarot reading, let's close our eyes, do a breathing exercise, and just clear our minds. So breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so now we want to ask the tarot a question. I prefer asking how or what questions. I approach the tarot from more of a self-help angle versus a predictive angle. We're all here to have a human experience on this planet, and I believe that the tarot can enhance that human experience. When we ask, how can I improve my relationship? How can I make more money? What should I be paying attention to in my relationship? What can I do to give myself more love, or spread more love, or whatever? When we're asking those types of questions, they are meant to enhance the human experience. But when we ask when questions, when will I get this? When will I get that? That's more of a give me, give me, give me. And it's also just like you waiting for the universe to hand it out to you. So I just kind of feel like that's not really a human experience. So I ask how or what questions. If you want to put it in the comments, go for it. It might help you with that energetic. It might help you with that energetic exchange that I was talking to you about. But with that being said, let's just see what the cards have to say. Okay. So we have a Major Arcana card, so it's something that you really need to pay attention to. The most number one thing I think that you need to pay attention to with these two cards is probably not to change your mind. Let's not change your mind. So I have the... Wait. No. Let's see what they say. We have the Death card. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the tarot, the Death card does not mean actual death. You are not going to die. You are not going... I'm not predicting your death. This means change. Something needs to die in order for something to grow. So, with regards to what you're asking about, I would really recommend accepting a change, embracing a change, that kind of a thing. Now, the next thing that I have for you is going to be very interesting, is we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, like I've mentioned before, the knights are the doers of the deck, and the swords are associated with the element of air. Air is associated with our thoughts and our communication. So that's why I said at the very beginning of the video, you might want to change your way of thinking. Or didn't, I don't remember what I said. But I think that what you might want to consider changing your way of thinking, because with the Knight of Swords has a tendency to put their foot in their mouth. They talk before they consider the consequences of what they're about to say. And with the Knight of Swords in reverse, we've got blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So it might be a chance to slow down. What I'm kind of getting from these two cards is something to the effect of maybe you've been talking too much, and maybe you need to change that. Maybe you need to listen for a minute instead of talking. Or that's mostly what I'm getting from these, is just that's mostly what I'm getting from these. And there's no really other way to explain it. Change the way that you talk, change the way that you communicate. But because the Knight of Swords is reverse, I just kind of feel like we have blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So maybe be quiet. It could be changing the way that you look at yourself internally or speak to yourself internally, that kind of a thing. Since I did say the Knight of Swords is associated with the element of air, let's go into a little bit more in the Death card, because I didn't. But the Death card is also associated with Scorpio and Pluto. So you might want to take a look at what Scorpio and Pluto are doing today in regards to your question. Death is also associated with the element of air, with the element of water. So we have some emotions that are kind of coming up today, especially with these thoughts and communications that we're discussing with the question that you asked. I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to drop whatever you got from these in the comments, I'm all ears. I'd love to hear what you have to say. With that being said, let's close out with a breathing exercise, and I'll explain to you about what this energetic exchange is. So let's breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, so energetic exchange time. When a lot of tarot readings do collective tarot readings, you don't really have the opportunity to give them or do an energetic exchange or have a more personalized experience with them. And so that's what I would like to do here. I have a little bit of a big ask, but don't worry, I've got some ways to minimize the big ask. I'd like to ask for $5. I do these readings every day, and that's just kind of a simple ask. However, I'd like to offer you a counter energetic exchange. For every thing that you do with every interaction that you do with this post, take off $1. So if you save the post, take off $1. If you comment on the post, take off $1. If you follow me, take off $1. If you do all three, take off $3. You can favorite the post, you can repost the post, you can share the post, all those things. If you do all of those, it's free. Yeah, and I just would like to create a more energetic experience and a more interaction with the video, and also more interaction with you, just to kind of see who I'm helping throughout with these tarot readings. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will see you in the next one.